Vancouver. We're happy to be here with BAILA Society.
I'm Ahtoy.
And Daniel. We just did a little spinning workshop with you, so we're going to go over the principles of spinning and whatever we did in these workshops. The first exercise, which you hopefully remember, stand still, close your eyes. It's very simple. You're going to try to align your body balance because, as we said, that the stibulum in your ear is responsible for balance with your eyes. So once you close your eyes, you take 50% of your balance ability away. So you close your eyes. After that, you raise your right leg. Do the same thing. Close your eyes, and it's totally normal to go like this when you close your eyes in the beginning because you're trying to find your balance. And pull up, shift around a little bit, move by chakra. It doesn't matter. Just try to stay still. Close your eyes. Feel your balance and work. You're going to realize that your ankles start to twist and twitch a little bit, which is also fun. And you do the same with the other foot. Once you feel comfortable with that, you lift up with closed eyes. And you practice that. And the first strengthening exercise. So stand on your right foot, put the left foot up, you go up with your toes, and you come back down. You do this about 20, 30, 40 times until you have fire in your calves and you realize that slowly these muscles are building. Then, since those are tired now, you go and move to the head.
So make sure that you warm up your head properly every time you are practicing your spins. First start with a few rules and try to let the weight of the head pull down so that you can get an adequate stretch all the way around, go the other way. And then practice your spotting motion, which is going to be slow to one side and quick to the other. So for a right turn, your head is going to move slowly toward the right shoulder and then quick toward the left. So if you have a mirror, you're going to be facing your mirror and then sideways to the right so that you go slowly this way and end up to your mirror. And remember that each time you're moving to the right or to the left, your head's going to stay nice and straight. So 3 points of the face, the forehead, the nose, and the chin are all going to be perpendicular to the floor. So even if your range is compromised, say this small, you don't want to tilt your head to get a little bit more. You can keep it at this range and nice and straight. So we're going slow to the right and then quick to the left. Slow motion and a snap to the left. You try this as much as you can to get warmed up, and then after that, pitter patter with the feet, so you're mimicking a turn, and you're slowly moving to the left, and then you're going to snap all the way over to the right. So slow to the left and snap, and you want to repeat all of these exercises facing the left.
2 more exercises. First one, since we practice our ankles and the head, we're now incorporating that. So you pull up, look to the right, learn that stretch for your spine, pull to the right. Do it again. Look, pull, look, pull, look, pull. Then we're going to do the same thing to the left. When you can do this for 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, doesn't matter. So we're going to start now with the left. It's not a pulling motion then, because the right exercise, it's a pushing motion. So you look, push, look, push, push, look, push. Now let's do this with a half turn. So you stand like this, look, push, and you balance yourself. Do it again, look, push, try to stay still. Right foot, left foot, pushing, pulling. Quarter, half, 3/4, or full turn. These are your exercises just to prepare your body for balance. Once we have this, we're going into solo spins.
For the followers, the kind of turn preparation that you will most commonly be doing in mirror style is going to be the Santo Rico pivot. We're going to cover that here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 is slightly to the right. You're preparing to put your weight on your right foot. And then you're snapping the hips over to the left while keeping the thighs together. All of my weight's going to be on my spinning foot, which is my right foot, and I'm not leaning on my left, so I like to keep the edge of my shoe on the floor. I'm tilting with my hips, so I have a little bit of a twist in my waist. My arms are going to be up. Left arm does not pass the shoulder line here, so you're going to think about one flat plane that you're making here, and you never want to go beyond it. We're going to expand on the Santo Rico pivot by winding up with the shoulders as well. So you have options on where to get your momentum. And then we're going to snap into our turning position. So from here, our turning position is going to be very symmetrical. The knees are relaxed, the hips are slightly back, the abs are firm, hands are up at chest level, and so are the elbows. And when we close here, we're closing the left foot and the left arm. We're spotting from this position. After we finish, we're spinning on 1, 2, 3. We're going to finish here on 5, 6, 7.
One more dry concept, and we have more fun. Solo for guys, you have a left turn on 3 in this exercise for today, and a right turn on 7. So you step back, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The same prep we just did. Stepping on 1, winding up on 2, and pushing to the left. 3, forward, 5, 6, 7. Remember the spot, 1, 2, spot, 5. Then forward, 6, 7. The same to the left on 7. The only difficulty is that if you fall on 3, you can always fall forward to go 5, 6, 7. If you do it to the right, you have to step back, which is a little harder. So you go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Push, step, back. Okay, so forward, back. So we're bringing this foot in. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Bring the foot in and head back. 1, 2, 3, 5. So we have a left turn on 3, right turn on 7. Enough theory, more practice. Hands at chest level. As you remember, don't check out her chest. Just keep the hands on the chest. Look at her eyes, which you always want to do. Since you want to be very polite and gentleman-like. So the basic, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do this shift, shift, shift with the feet. 1, 2, right foot, left foot, right foot. One more time. 1, right arm goes up, 5, 6, 7. This is the turn preparation, right arm up, left arm down. One finger only. Remember the bird technique. Do not kill the bird. This is our bird. If you kill it, it's dead. You can't use it anymore. It's a very small bird. If you let it fly away, meaning the hand is open, you can't use it either because the bird is gone. So you want to keep it, but don't kill it. We have 2 turns here. 1, 2. Then we flick it up. All 4 fingers point up. Remember, there's always a height difference. Between us, there's a slight height difference. However, once she's done turning, which is the hand is down right over her head, and we bring this up, she can lift this arm that high, which means I don't have to go like this. It's not really that cool. So what we're trying to do is, the hand is low for her, we flick it up into a tent, which also creates a stop, so she can't move past this. Once we have this nice little tent, we go through with a latitude 5, 6, if you feel adventurous, push around on 7 for another turn to go back into the room. After that, so we're around here, 7, 1, the shoulder comes in, 2, the arm comes out for a whip. You're blocking her, and as I said, gentlemen, how you whip a girl in a dance sense is the most important thing. Because either she will dance with you again or she'll hate you. So if you do this and you throw the hand down, she'll hate you. She'll line up for her next dance partner. If you throw it up like this, she doesn't like you either. If your whip is exactly around her chest level, remember to look, in a nice orbit, she will be happy forever. And you can check her out. You can also spin at the same time, so we'll try that as we go through. 6, 7, 1, 2, you can spin as well, come back forward. Now the last and most important technique in New York salsa is magic, which is this, or this, or this. It's called the arm raising button. Arm raising button, why? Because it looks really ugly if she doesn't raise the arm. You touch the arm raising button, it stays there, you're like this. It's ugly. If you have the arm raising button, see how it can swing around nicely? And it looks so ugly. So it is about styling, functionality, and beauty. As you touch this arm, her arm comes up. It doesn't come up like this. It
develops one part at a time, so you're going to lift from your neutral position, keeping the elbow very close. If you shoot for keeping the hand at the nape of the neck, you're going to keep your elbow very close to your temple so that you don't whack your partner in the face. And then you're going to develop again one part at a time, so you already have the elbow up. So now we're going for the wrist and not for bunny ears out here. So the wrist, and then lastly the fingers develop. And remember that the wrist is going to stay right on top of the crown of the head, so it doesn't stray outward and it's not a danger to your partner.
It's very dangerous now. So once we do this, you have this whip. 1, 2. You can spin or not spin, but you get the arm raising button on 5. So as you come around from the spin or not, and you step 5, you touch her arm raising button. You prepare on 6, which is a tap, the same tap that we had when we were spinning on 6. And we swing around. Gentlemen, you have 3 options. Your arm is here, it's never here, that's lazy. You have it up here. As you step out, there's 3 options. First, developing arm, you put it out. So your arm is the chest, you just put it out like this. Second, you just put it on your hip. Depends on what you prefer. Third is a swinging arm. So the arm is here, you open the palm, swing it down up, which we're going to use this time because now the hand is up and we can use it for spins. So we come up on 1, connect on 2. Remember, you still have the arm raising button, which can now guide her into the turn. On 3, 1 turn or 55 turns. Hand on the hip now for the next styling. We're going 5, 6, 7. Now we finish a little cutesy. Hand toss on 1, catch on 2, and then you don't spin like you did before. This is the same position as your whip position. However, now you're here. Same principle. You toss this hand to the side. Now you keep it, and you stop her right on her shoulder. If you don't know her, there is distance. Do not just go there, especially when you're wet and sweaty. If your hand is here, there's a little bit of distance. Now your chest goes forward into her back, and you roll into a body roll. That's why it's important that you know her if you go really close. Otherwise, stay away and make it nice and gentlemanly. From here, use this left hand to push her out on 1, 2. Both hands are here. On 3, pull her in, get the arm raising button, and then you see that your audience is right there, and you go like this. And then if you really, you feel good about it, you go like this. And you don't have to, it's just a dance. You bring her back up. So now we're going to do the whole thing in sequence.
So first we're going to go over the followers.
That is very true.
Which is half of what's going on here.
It's actually 75%. But
so just a repeat of a lot of the concepts we already covered. From the pivot, this arm is active. Even though it's not being used for the spin, we're going to create continuous momentum in the turn. So he provides the initial signal. We're going to keep this elbow low and relaxed, but we're going to pull with the right elbow around so that we can remain light in the hands. We're finishing here on 5, 6, 7. We open up on 1. Don't be afraid to open up the right arm, but remember that it doesn't pass this sideways plane. Here, we're turning on the right foot and closing if he gives us that nice orbit. So I'm shooting for this very symmetrical spinning position. All the way around, lifting up the arm using that technique we talked about, and you're going to pick this particular style because you're going to go into the turn here. So this is really going to work the technique of lowering the elbow and the hand to go from your style into your correct spinning technique. But before that, this left arm is behind his shoulder, and you're going to actually use it to create momentum by stretching it out. Remember, a little alarm goes off in your head every time that your frame is being overextended. So you're going to keep resistance in your left arm. You're actually going to push off of him as if he is a wall to create the momentum to spin into his hand. So don't wait for him to make contact with you and then pull you around in the turn. You're creating the momentum before you get there and turning on 3. Remember, this arm is active and it stays up for your balance. You finish here on 6, 7. We're going into another whip. Extend the right arm because you never know what's going to happen. It's either a spin or something like this. We're going to roll, come back out, and into a dip.
Now, show you an easy version and a hard version. These are just principles. Principles are meant to be a foundational block. You use this foundational block and then you can do easy stuff, or if you get a little better, you leverage it. So the principles all stay the same. As you might know, we have about 60 countries where we have members on our online site, and the foundational blocks are 7. So there's 7 foundational principles in salsa. There's nothing else. These are different conceptual movements, and that's where it stays. We show you the easy version of these, and then the leveraged version. The easy one is this: 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Bring her up. 5. Show it from the other side. 1, a little more advanced. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5. Now the last one is the advanced version with additional shoulder angles. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5. Then you can go real fancy and finish it. Remember these principles. We have a lot of fun here in Vancouver, so thank you, BAILA Society. Remember that we have about 1,500 videos online, so we don't do the whole DVD thing. Is this a DVD? It's a DVD! Yeah. We don't do the DVD thing. We do an exception for Vancouver. because we're in the iPad, iPhone, whatever phase, era, and we do everything online. So if you want to reach us online, ask questions, we email you back, most likely in the format of video, so you can watch it. Because a picture is worth 1,000 words. Enough yapping. Thank you very much for allowing us to be here.
And see you on the dance floor, maybe in New York or somewhere else in the world.
Tonight, here on the dance floor. Bye.